after a gig, I like to share clips of me playing really well, or what I think's really well. But that isn't realistic because reality is sometimes you make mistakes. Not always, but sometimes. And last Friday's gig was a really good example of this. A little bit of background, and then I'll show you the clip and talk you through kind of what happened. So we had a gig on Friday. I'd been on holiday 3 weeks ago. But the next week we had a rehearsal, and the next week I was in America for work. Landed on the Thursday, having come from the West Coast of America, so I'm eight hours out of sync. Gig was on the Friday. Now, I did a bit of practice. I was jet lagged, a little bit tired, a little bit out of it. And we came to play Mr. Brightside, a song that I've played lots and lots and lots. I usually screw the intro up. Not this time, intro was fine. But I could not remember the chorus and how the lead line went with the chorus. And this is what happened. I'm Mr. Brightside. So, as you can see, my mind went completely blank and I couldn't play the chorus. Bass player looks at me, I look at the bass player, I panic, and then I very quickly pull up the chords on the iPad and I go from there. I don't normally have the iPad on for that song because I normally know it. Anyway, as the camera pans around, you can actually see everyone is bouncing around and enjoying themselves, and I kind of got away with it. You know, we all knew I'd cocked up, but the audience didn't really care, which was great. The point was, I cocked up a couple of times in the gig. You know, I was tired and I wasn't really with it. I played a solo in the wrong key in one song. I missed the intro for one song. And it happens, and that's the reality of it. So when you see all of these clips of people playing their blazing solo in a song, quite often, either that gig or another gig, they've done something really bad. And it's important how you recover from that, because it's reality. And I think it's important to share reality, but also tips on how to recover. So in that case, I dropped back into the chords. I had the chord sheet on the iPad. I could quickly go into it. Quite often, if I've made it into the wrong key for some reason, I'll start playing a solo on just one string until I hit what sounds like it's going to be right, and then carry on the solo on the one string, kind of try and follow the melody line, or like the vocal line or whatever. You have to learn to recover. You can't just stop. I mean, occasionally I will just stop and reset, but it'll only be for like a beat until I'm back into it again. So yeah, it was a bit of a nightmare, I'll be honest. It was a great gig. Everyone really enjoyed themselves, but personally there was some things in there which just make me cringe. And when they sent me this clip that was recorded, I must admit, I'm going to keep this clip as a reminder that every time I feel like I'm good or amazing or whatever my ego might tell me, I'm going to play that clip to myself and say, no, you've got to learn it, you've got to practice it. Not practicing probably 3 weeks before a gig is not good enough. You have to do more than that somehow. So that was my lesson, but hopefully seeing it might help you kind of just realize everyone messes up. You go on the internet and look for like Kirk Hammett mucking up solos or whoever it may be. We all mess them up. We all mess stuff up live. And it's just part of playing live, and it's how you recover from it that's important. Whether you make a joke of it, whether the band stops, the bass player starts laughing at you, and the singer laughs at you, makes a joke and carries on, whatever it may be. Usually it's trying to catch up and get back into it. I hope that sort of helps you with your confidence. We all make mistakes. I'd love to hear some of your horror stories from gigs. Yeah, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. But yeah, just I'm going to play the clip again just for you to really, truly enjoy. Cheers. I'm Mr. Brightside.